Hello, I'm Dr. O'Neal. I'm excited about having an opportunity just to give some words of encouragement to whoever is viewing or listening to this video, because sometimes we feel like we're so alone. And considering what's going on in the world right now, there are still a whole lot of people who are fearful and who don't even know what tomorrow is going to bring. But I just want to remind you a little bit about the fact that God is still in control. And I grew up knowing, and I learned this from my mother, that God has the master plan for our lives. It sounds simple, but it's really not. But if we would stand on that word right there, that word alone, God has the master plan, our faith will kick up a notch. Our trust in God will kick up a notch, and we won't be so worried or so fearful, because we're reminded also in the word that says God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of a sound mind, and he's given us power. So considering all of that, I was reading Mark 4:35 through 40 this morning. Let me share it with you, okay? It talks about Jesus calming the storm. That day, when evening came, he said to his disciples, "Let us go over to the other side." Leaving the crowd behind, they took him along just as he was in the boat. There were also other boats with him. A furious squall came up and the waves broke over the boat so that it was nearly swamped. Jesus was in the stern, sleeping on a cushion. The disciples woke him and said to him, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" And he got up, he rebuked the wind, and he said to the waves, "Quiet, be still." And then the wind died down and it was completely calm. He said to his disciples, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" And when I read this story this morning, I thought about the storms of life that we had, and we get so afraid and we take our eyes off of God and we try to fix it. We try to fix it, but most of the time it doesn't even work when we try to put our hands on it. But Jesus calms the storms in our life. And right now we're going through what we would call a storm. And I learned over the years, especially in my adult life, that you have to go through the storm in order to get out. Now, I read a version of this little reminder from the NIV Bible, but in the King James version of the Bible, quiet says to us, "Peace, be still." And we know that Jesus can calm the storm with just a few words if we trust him and we continue to keep our faith in him. During my troublesome times, I go back, and it helps me to go back, and I have sense enough to say, "God, I need you to help me. I'm in something right now. I don't see my way out. It's a storm." We call it trials and tribulations, but we have to know that God is there, and we don't have to depend on what he said, she said. It's whatever God says. God says, "Peace, be still," in the midst of the storm, that he will calm every area of your storm around you. And in Psalm 46:10, it also encourages us to be still and know that God is who he says he is. He's there for every matter concerning us. He's there for the good times, the bad times. He is in it all. And sometimes we have to stop being busy so that we can hear from God in the midst of the storm, because everything is raging around us and we're in an uproar. We can't even hear our direction, but God says, "Peace, be still." And just those few words encourage me, and I pray that they encourage you on a daily basis. Just think about some things. Just think about the fact that we have gotten to this place only by the grace of God. And if we will continue to just be encouraged. Sometimes you got to encourage yourself. Just look in the mirror and tell yourself you're going to make it. And remember that death and life lies in the power of your own tongue. And just know that God is in control. He got you, and he definitely has me. I want you to just be encouraged. Take one day at a time. We're in this storm right now. They call it COVID-19. But I believe and I trust God, knowing that the storm is about over. And we're continuing to live in a but God experience, because if it wasn't for God, we would not have gotten this far. So continue to be strong, be safe, and stay well. I want to invite you into a relationship with God, because I learned also from a young age that God does not have to be defended. but we can surely introduce him as many times as we can. So I introduce you to God, my Savior, my Father, the Master Planner. He is so many things to me, but I invite you to come into a relationship with God. And Romans 10:9 reminds us that if you would confess with your mouth the Lord Jesus and believe in your heart with everything that you have, that God has raised him from the dead, you will be saved. Remember that, Romans 10:9. Go and look at it for yourselves. And also, before I turn this video off, I want to tell you about our ministry, New Life Evangelistic Center of Jacksonville and Orlando. Two wonderful places so that you can come and enjoy Jesus with us. Bishop Antonio Richardson is our pastor, and First Lady Dr. Cynthia Richardson, a wonderful couple. Wonderful, wonderful couple, and we are blessed to have them as our leaders. But I want to invite you to come out. When all of this is over, come out and fellowship with us. In Jacksonville, the address is 8040 Lone Star Road in Jacksonville, 32211. And the telephone number there is 904-425-3787. And you can look us up on Facebook. We're there with photos and information, anything you need so that you can come in and have a visit. You might want to join. We're looking for new members because New Life Evangelistic Center is a wonderful place to go to heaven from. And also, let me give you the address of New Life Evangelistic Center of Orlando. We are in a very, very good location. And the address there is 432 North Kirkman Road. North Kirkman Road, Orlando, Florida, 32811. Our telephone number is 473946869. And we're also presently on Facebook. Come on out and join us and let us love up on you. We bless you, and I ask that you continue to stay prayerful and know that God is in control. God bless you, and hopefully I'll see you soon.